NartOut here, going over the Legend stage pickems, and I'm here with a special guest, Spray XD from ATK. What's up, Spray?
What's up? Gonna have some rough time choosing the teams today, but
I
it'll
know
be good. It'll be
these
good.
Legend stage. This is probably like the hardest and most stacked group in the major history.
Well,
What do you think?
I think the competition now between tier one and tier two is just so slim, so
Yeah.
it'll be tough to guess who's gonna go through.
So my challenger stage, I snuck by with 5 picks here. And how did you do?
I got five as well.
Okay.
Well, it came down to the last game actually. Fnatic won,
Hmm.
which kind of saved me. But I had Vitality, Cloud9, Fnatic, and then Outsiders and Furia. And then 3-0, I went for the 0-0 Nation boys, but you know
Yeah.
something happened.
All right. So we're going on to the legend stage, and we're gonna go through each team and give a little bit of little info, and then if I like a certain team, I'm gonna pull down to my box here, and then at the end, we're gonna show you sprays pickums.
Yeah.
So, how I like to do it, I don't know how you like to do your pickums, but I never put a actual 3-0 team in the 3-0. I like to secure my points by putting them in the
Yeah.
bottom. How about yourself?
Yeah, you always want to secure the 5 points and
Yeah.
then have a wild card for the 3-0, basically.
Okay, cool. We're on the same page because,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people on Twitter and social media put an actual 3-0 team that they think they're actually going
Yeah.
3-0 in the 3-0 spot. So, like Vitality and Cloud9, right? You've probably seen a lot of people put that in the challenger stage.
Yeah.
And guess what happened? They didn't.
Didn't get a point.
Yeah, they
So,
struggled. They
yeah.
struggled. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, FaZe, all right. Their story, right? Going into this major that if they win this, they win the Grand Slam, right? They'll be back-to-back major champions. Um, in the RMR, they actually, even though they finished 3-0, they struggled,
Yeah,
right?
they
In
did.
the first game, Gamer Legion, like it went to like quadruple overtime or something. That
I think triple overtime and they
yeah,
barely
they
they were
barely
down bad as well.
exactly, yeah, they were down bad. Second match, who did they play? Fnatic. They
Yeah.
were up 10-5, 11-4, and Fnatic brought it back into overtime, and they snuck by in that one too. And then the last game was Sprout, where it went to map 3. Sprout was able to take a map off them, and Sprout could have 2-0'd them too. So
Yeah. I remember. On Mirage, I think, right?
yeah, yeah. So despite them going 3-0, they still look shaky. But they're coming off a boot camp, and with FaZe, anytime you give them practice time, like I've seen this in like a Rain interview,
Yeah.
and seeing like the demos myself when they come off practice, it's nuts how much stuff they come with into like the next tournament,
Yeah,
right?
I agree. It'll always help to
Yeah,
have some like bootcamp time that nobody can see what you're doing. I think FaZe is a safe pick. Although they look like they were struggling
yeah,
recently, I think all the top teams haven't been like
hmm
number one, like a safe number one. But I think like most of the top teams are safe to at least go to the playoffs.
hmm and also to go back, why you wouldn't want to put FaZe in 3-0 is their first matchup is against Cloud9. You know,
They've been
Cloud9,
struggling against Cloud9
yeah,
as well.
Cloud9 has been struggling, but Cloud9 has FaZe's number.
Yeah.
So in the last 2 matchups, Cloud9 beat FaZe, IEM Dallas, and EPL Pro League. So I would
Yeah.
not. I mean, FaZe should win, but it's not safe to put FaZe in 3-0 because of that matchup, right?
Yeah, it also depends what Cloud9 are gonna get. So
Yeah. Cloud9 needs a ban nuke, Let's not
they have to.
let's not mess that up again, boys.
Yeah,
All right.
please.
All right. I'll let you kick it off with Navi here. Next team.
I mean Navi, obviously, like I think some changes coming up after the major for them. I think
Oh,
SDY,
even if they win?
obviously, I think so. I think it's inevitable. I think
Okay.
SDY is
Okay.
not enough. He's my boy, but he's not enough for Navi right now. I think they need
Uh-huh.
more firepower. But I do think they will have a comfortable at least group stage run. I think they're one of my favorites to win this whole thing.
Yeah,
When
for
we'll get
sure.
to the later teams, then I'll say that. But I think it's a safe pick. They'll go either
Yeah.
like 3-0 or 3-1 in my opinion. Obviously it's best of one, so you never know. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
like
Now,
it's a
if
safe
if you're
pick.
one of those people that want to put a 3-0, right? I would say Navi would be the best choice out of all these teams. I'm not saying
Yeah.
you should, all right? But do you agree
Out
with
of
me there?
everyone,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say like
Okay.
an NIP
Okay.
might be better because you don't know what the NIP has been up to.
Sure. Which
So it's weird.
so I'm gonna secure my point by putting Navi here. You know, phase Navi should grant you 2 points right there, right? And we need 5. Should, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so NIP, man, they look so good in the last RMR, like going undefeated with bringing Alexi B in, right?
Yeah.
And my only problem with NIP, I'm sure you feel the same way and others feel the same way, is Rez as an opper, right? He's not bad. He's better than
He's been doing
Esotag.
good. He's been
Yeah,
doing good.
but he's not like really good, you know?
Yeah.
Now they've had time to practice, so maybe he's going to look really good, but, you know, for some reason, NIP, even despite not having Alexi B, like in the past, with like multiple stand-ins, like, I don't know, was it LNZ and like, I don't know, I'm not sure if ZTR played one, but for some,
ZTR. No, ZTR didn't play
they
They played the
okay.
tournament in Dubai,
Yeah.
I think.
Gotcha. For some reason, they always end up in playoffs, no matter what.
Oh yeah.
No matter
Like, they're
what
a scary
tournament.
team.
It's just it's insane, you know, the system they have built in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
uh-huh.
what you would put them to, but I would put them as like my wild card as a
Wild
3-0,
card.
honestly.
I'm actually putting them to advance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, understandable, and I think that they will, but
Mhm.
they have some tough competition, depending on what teams like Heroic Ants we're gonna get, because we also don't
Yeah.
know that.
Well, speaking of Ents, you know, Ents is our next team that we're going to talk about, and they're coming off undefeated in their RMR group.
Yeah.
They had a weak group though, opponents Heat, Falcons, and then they 2-0'd Big. You know, Big has a stand-in with Sin,
Yeah.
and he was fresh off. You know, he didn't have much practice with Big at the time. For me personally, I think they're going to struggle in this group.
I agree. I wouldn't put them as going through, but I wouldn't put them as an 0-3.
Yeah.
I don't think that they will make it to the playoffs though.
They're weak. They're much weaker than their previous lineup with Spinks and who am I missing? They Hades.
Spinks and the Hades, yeah.
Yeah, I still think the old lineup was better than the new lineup. Do you agree or no?
Yeah, but it's because of the system and the players they had. It's a
Okay.
bit different now. They play differently.
Yeah.
I just think that they had the easiest RMR probably
Oh yeah.
out of all the whole teams. Them and Sprout.
Yeah. Okay, well speaking of Sprout, right? You know, they qualified for Legends and people said, you know, they shouldn't actually be Legends. And
yeah, I would agree with that.
they did show really good form though against FaZe, you know, proving people wrong. But
Yep.
you know, FaZe did not look good. But we'll see how Sprout stack up in this Legend stage.
Yep.
Right? Now, where would you put them?
No, like the thing is,
Yeah,
I wouldn't put them as an 0-3.
I know a
it's
lot of
best of
people are
all.
gonna put them 0-3 because you know they see the name Sprout, right?
Yeah, but
And
it's a best of 1.
yeah,
And it's a tier 2 team. Anything can happen. Any upset can happen.
Yeah.
I'd honestly just leave them like that. I don't think they'll go through, but
Yeah.
I think they will have a good run. Maybe we'll even see them in the 2-2 matchups.
Yeah,
In my
I
opinion,
agree
that
with
could
you
be possible.
here. I don't think they're gonna go 0-3. All right, but I don't think they're gonna advance or they're gonna go 3-0. So I'm just gonna leave them there. All right, and they're actually playing Big Clan first. And what's nice about playing Big Clan first for Sprout is Sprout's permaban is Dust 2. So thank Lord. Thank Lord.
Probably a Mirage again or something.
All right. So Heroic. I really like Heroic. I like, you know, their play style. I like Cadian. You know, he always hypes up the troops.
Yeah.
I like for the past 2 majors, they've made it to Legends, correct? I mean, they made it to playoffs, I believe.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah,
I think last 2, yeah.
I think they're gonna continue.
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
I don't.
Why is that? I'm gonna put them down here.
I think that their roster change wasn't as strong as they anticipated, and I think that there are stronger teams right now that can advance over them.
They are playing Outsiders first. I'm seeing here,
which is a very tough match.
Yeah, for sure. Because Outsiders, they play super slow and tactical, and Heroic sometimes they get like they push all over the place, you know.
Yeah.
And like Outsiders, their style is suited for Heroic, right?
Yeah, they just tire you basically.
Yeah.
As a team,
like
mentally.
Like watching Outsiders is like
Oh,
they
playing outsiders is even worse.
oh you played Outsiders?
Yeah, we scrimmed against them a couple
Okay.
of times.
Like
That's
they're
even
like
worse.
holding all positions, making sure like you're not doing anything out of like the ordinary before they
Yeah,
go on with what they have, like the information they gain.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is crazy, and it works. Jane,
Yeah, for sure.
he's
All
just
right.
Jane.
Dude, I love Team Spirit. That's the next team.
They're going through for sure.
Team Spirit, why I love Team Spirit is because when I watch their demos, Chopper has changed so much as a caller. Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason being is that, you know, when you think of them back to like when he was on Vega, they're like, you know, pretty hectic.
Oh yeah.
Like fast
Yeah, yeah.
paced.
They just brushed everything.
Yeah. But like I recently watched like a couple of like nuke demos from Team Spirit, and like the former Team Spirit with Dexter and Mir and
Yeah.
Chopper, that lineup, they would focus like they're like Furia in that, in the sense like they would only focus on the upper bomb site. But
And it
now,
works.
yeah, but now like his calling was like beautiful. Like they're working outside, they're working lower,
They're
and then
faking more.
yeah, I like it. And they're playing B&E first. They beat B&E in the RMR.
I'm pretty sure they'll beat them pretty
And
comfortably as well.
I'm putting them 3-0 because I'm looking at the major site for the predictions.
Yeah.
Because if they win and if NIP win, and how I line it up, which I'll post up here, Team Spirit are playing NIP in the second round, which Spirit can't beat NIP. So I'm gonna
That
put
will
them
be
as
an
my
actual
3-0.
tough match to judge as
Yeah.
well.
Do you
But
think?
yeah,
Do you like
I
this
mean,
pick?
I like this pick. I think
Yeah.
it's very doable as well.
Okay.
I think it's between them and NIP that I would put there to kind of like
Okay.
have that wild card run, right?
Yeah. Okay. So you know we're from NA, right? Well, you're.
I mean,
I would say you're NA as well.
I'm basically, yeah,
You know,
basically.
this is automatic, right? Come
Yeah,
on.
this is automatic. Plus, honestly,
Yeah.
one of my predictions is them going all the way.
Oh, okay. I gotta. If they make it to playoffs, I gotta see that on your bracket. All right.
All right, got you.
All
I see
right.
them going all the way.
So I mean, you know, Yakinder coming in, you know, that's what probably would I want to say that this is probably the best roster move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've looked like
I mean,
so
don't
different.
forget I coached them for like 4 months, so I mean I take credit for him.
So yeah, I have Liquid going through. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta
I
represent the
think
NA
so.
boys.
I mean, it's pretty safe as well, I'd say.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I'll let you kick it off with Mouse here.
Oof, Miles, they have been looking good.
Uh-huh.
They've been looking extra good in my opinion even. I see them going through for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they will. I don't think they will have such an easy run again, but I mean them beating the basically better competition than BNE, right? They beat Outsiders.
Yeah.
Game Legion, and who else? I forgot. They beat someone else.
Fnatic.
Fnatic, yeah. So
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
played good
Fnatic did look
competition.
shake. It was better competition than the BNE
Yeah, for
guys
sure.
played. So I think they wouldn't go 3-0 again. I think they will struggle a bit against like
Mm-hmm.
more experienced teams, but their style fits well against like pretty much all the teams in this bracket. So I'd say like I think they'll go through. I'm not sure about a playoff run, but I think they'll go through.
Okay. So you would have them through, you know, I'm not having Mouse through even though they played well. Right? Which
That's
sucks
understandable.
because I like Mouse. Like I think they could go through, right?
I mean, Israeli exertion, I have to put him in.
Yeah. They're playing Liquid first too. So that's tough.
That's
Man,
the one
I
though.
could see either team beating each other too. And
Yeah,
like
it's tough.
I mean I could put Mouse 3-0 as well. You know, that wouldn't be a
It
bad
could.
choice.
It could be as yeah.
Yeah.
It could.
But man, I'm gonna have to skip on Mouse for now.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that. It's not
Yeah.
like 100%, but I gotta support as well. Like
Yeah,
I
for
support
sure.
NA, you know, I gotta support the boys.
All right, BNE, you know, they surprised for sure. Not a lot of people had them coming through the legend stage.
Yep.
All right. And I didn't have them in my pickems. Did you have them in your pickems?
Nope.
No.
I actually thought that they're gonna struggle this time.
Yeah,
And they
so
didn't. They surprised me, but again, they
yeah.
didn't play the best team, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, so remind me who they played again. I know they played big for
They played
they
big.
beat Wait, no, big. Oh, 0 Nation, big,
Yeah,
and Gamer Legion
and
are their
Gamer.
3
You
wins.
see, I don't think that's
Yeah,
enough to put him as a candidate to go through here.
yeah. The crazy thing about me thinking like they played big on Dust 2, they didn't care.
But their style is good for Big
Yeah,
style, right? Big is more methodical. They just run at you and just disrupt your default. So it
yeah,
was the perfect matchup for them.
they're very puggy, and like that's what struggles. Like they're T sided. They struggle on T
Oh
side.
yeah, and I think like any team, like take
Yeah,
Liquid for example, Heroic, NAP, Navi, faze, their CT sides are
yeah.
basically gonna crop them.
Like I want B&E to go through,
Same, good
but
story.
I don't see it happening though. All right.
I agree. I agree with that one.
Okay. So next up we have Outsiders. Ooh, Outsiders. Oh my
I'd say this is a
gosh.
safe one for me. They've been
This
looking
is
very
tough
good.
because I'm looking at the rest of the teams we have left.
I mean, you kind of griefed, but it's all good.
Okay. No, I love
I'm
Outsiders
joking.
in the way that they, approach the game very
Yeah,
tactically, even though they go sometimes, very slow, like people say it's boring, it works for them.
it works. They
They
win.
find a way it works,
They win.
Big.
You know already where I put them. I told you before we
Yeah,
started the
you know
call.
what? You told me I actually have them here as well, believe it or not.
Okay. Good. I think
know,
they'll struggle a bit here.
as long as teams don't play Dust 2 on a BO1 against them, like
Yeah. I
like
mean, Tapson can always like turn heads around and stuff like that
yeah.
and just carry, but I just don't think he'll be enough with
Yeah,
Sin. Sin is not
I
that.
don't think this is like they have a good chance of being Sprout because they're playing Sprout
Yeah.
first, which worries me about putting them here.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. Like they have Sin standing in, that's always an issue.
They have constant
I
standings
don't
as well.
think their map pool's that deep enough
Yeah. I mean, it's
because
hard when you have a lot of standings.
yeah, because if you think about it, like Big used to not play Inferno and they were banning Ancient. Now they're banning Inferno. I mean, now they're banning Ancient and playing Inferno, and
Yeah.
they're still not that good on Inferno.
Yeah.
So
And there will be a lower seed as well, so that means
yeah,
that any team will have a veto advantage and they will choose the map.
yeah.
So it
So
could be an Inferno.
my problem next, like let's move on to Furia, right? I have Furia going through.
Okay.
Okay, I kscerato, yuurih. They've all their games have been on stage so far. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Obviously, yeah, obviously though.
So
Understandable.
they threw the first game against Big. They were up like
Yeah.
12-3 and
Oh yeah.
somehow
I saw that. I
yeah,
didn't know how.
yeah, they should have won that game. Um yeah, they've had all this stage presence right now. They hopefully they can use that to their advantage with the home crowd, right?
They do. You could see that they use it.
So would you have them down here or no?
I wouldn't just because of the next teams in line.
That's my problem. I know you told me I grieved.
I wouldn't.
See, now
But
I'm gonna go against you
it is possible.
and say,
You know who I put. I mean, it's pretty
I
obvious.
mean, Fnatic. We can
No.
say they're not. They struggled to get in here, even though they had a great
Yeah.
start, right?
Yeah.
Vitality. Oh man, so Vitality, they've. I kind of want to say they're overrated.
I don't. I don't.
Like they've been struggling. Like
They have.
even though they've got in, right? And that's I think the main concern was like Spinks is not performing right now behind like Zywoo needs somebody to
Yeah.
step up behind
Because
him.
they changed a bit of roles, but I think like they'll get comfortable very soon. I think they already started getting comfortable after 1-2 when they had their back against the wall. I think that they
Yeah.
just woke up, and the thing is, I can't really bet against Iwu.
Uh-huh.
That's my thinking, and obviously Spinks.
Yeah.
I gotta support
Yeah.
the boy. So that's two of my reasons of putting them going through over Furia.
Yeah.
But I do think they'll clinch it, and I still think they're like one of the favorites. I'd say like them, Liquid, Navi, and FaZe right now are probably like the favorites to win it all. Like four of those teams at least. So I still think like plus imagine they're playing against higher tier competition, which
Mhm.
sometimes is easier for teams like that to play. More predictable, less random stuff. So it'll probably be easier for them to go through.
Yeah, and then um Cloud9. See, that's I want Vitality and Cloud9 in my bottom 7 so bad.
Same.
But look how stacked this freaking stage is, man.
Yeah, I don't know if Cloud9 will go through.
Yeah, Cloud9 is struggling. Like they how
Depends what Cloud9 you're gonna get. That's the only thing. Like
we
if
know what
Axel is
they're
hitting the
capable
shot,
of, you
yeah, if
know?
Axel is gonna hit his shot, if Fear is
But
gonna keep doing
you
hero.
got games losing to Greyhound. Like, come on, guys.
I would also
No
put
offense
them
to
as going
Greyhound.
through. Yeah, but I put him as going through, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's not safe for me, at
Yeah.
least.
I want both these teams in my bottom 7, but man. All right. Well, I'm just gonna keep you know what, I'm locking this in.
All right, you're locking this in. All
I'm
right.
locking this in. You know, I hope I get 3 out of these here, you know, because I know
Yeah,
FaZe and Navi are gonna lock in.
probably. Yeah.
So I need at least
And
3,
Liquid, I'd say Liquid as
right?
well.
Yeah.
No,
All right. Do you have your
unless
pickums?
NA. Yeah, I have them already. All right. I mean, our pickems are pretty similar. We already talked about this small change here between NIP and Spirit. I just think it's more likely for NIP to have a wildcard run, but I see both of those teams going through, in my opinion, still. Now for me, like a safe lock, in my opinion, are FaZe and Navi. Obviously, those two teams are kind of like safe, and Liquid. I'd say those three is pretty much like a guarantee point.
Mm-hmm.
Outsiders, I'd say like about 70% of the go through.
Uh-huh.
Mouse is the only kind of Mouse and Vitality. I'd say it's the most scary ones that I have. Same with you. I'm pretty sure like Mouse and Furia is the only scary ones that you have.
Yeah.
Because it can go both ways. But I do believe.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm putting my Israelis there, but I do believe that they still have what it takes to get to the next stage. Next stage, I'm not sure what it's gonna be depending on the matchups, but I do see them going through. And big, I mean, to me, it's between a couple of teams. Literally, I think that it's going to be either big. Um, BNE is also an option for a 0-3, but I'm not gonna put them there because I think they can still win a best of one.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Fnatic can be a 0-3 team. And listen to this. Although I like Furia, I think Furia can be a 0-3 team as well.
Oh, that's a bold take.
I know. I like them. I like the
Yeah,
guys,
yeah,
but I think they can. Yeah, I think they can possibly go 0-3 because their style is dependent on the individuals, right? On the day of the
for
individual.
sure, man.
So,
Uh,
I can see that as like a best of ones, and then they have a best of 3 against like a 0-2 team, like I don't know, maybe Vitality or Navi somehow make it to 0-2.
mm-hmm.
That's kind of chalk for them.
All right, that's your pickums, and
Yeah,
wish you the best of luck, and we'll see
thank
how
you.
you did in a week.
In a week,
Thanks for joining
exactly a
me.
week. Thank you.
All right, and that's it for the pickums. Appreciate it. If you guys could like the video and comment if you agree or not, and make sure to follow Spray on Twitter. I'll link his Twitter below.
Thank you.
All right, peace
Appreciate you.
out.
Peace.